The Big Show on Hauraki. Cheers, Tui, for bringing back the laughs in a world gone mad. Yeah, right.
Welcome to the biggest show on earth.
Our biggest show.
Biggest.
This is big.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon, the 7th of October 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Tui.
Tui.
In honour of them actually bringing back the legendary Tui billboards, fellas. And if the punters out there have any ideas for a Tui billboard, text us 3483 and we'll run it up the flagpole with management.
That's right. We'll fire it up the chain. Isn't it amazing? You don't even have to say what the campaign is, but everyone knows.
Yeah, totally.
It's the Yeah Right campaign. It is back.
G'day, Mogi, you stallion. How's life in your beautiful tight black T-shirt there? God, you're looking good, man.
Going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Had a hell of a weekend. Whoa. Big weekend.
Sounded like it.
And then, look, a whole bunch of stuff happened, and we're going to get into that over the course of the show. But, yeah, good times were had by and large, by all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. And, Keyzie, you said you're feeling a bit muffled today. Muffled Monday, you called it.
Did I?
You're feeling a bit, what was the word that you used? Faded.
No, it was a bit, I can't remember now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That sums it up.
Yes,
well.
pretty much.
All you need to know is that obviously we had a big Friday with Matt Heath's send-off. They went to the early hours. It was very enjoyable. Then quite a hungover weekend, responsibly hungover. And then last night was commentating the NRL Grand Final till midnight.
Yeah, man.
So just a wee bit,
Blurry.
a wee bit blurry. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah,
but that's okay. You're allowed to be blurry on a Monday there, Keyzie.
Thanks, Woody J.
Speaking of the league, we'll have some sports chat later on, but I
Yes.
think the audience want to get into what happened over the weekend. So let's go to some tunes and then come back to that, shall we?
Absolutely. 3483, by the way. It's Maggot Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
If you'd like to nominate anyone or, dob someone in for being a massive maggot over the weekend, 3483 and you could win a Tui prize pack.
The System of a Down.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. Radiohead there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon, 12 minutes past 4 o'clock. And as most of you will know out there in the listening world, it was a big day here at Radio Hauraki on Friday. The big send-off of Matty Heath leaving the breakfast show. And a good time, it would seem, was had by all, Mogi.
It was a bloody ripper, mate. Yeah, we popped down to a local restaurant there, and obviously we got there quite late.
Yeah.
Everyone else had been there since around about midday.
Sure.
But we didn't get there until after our show. It was a bit of a shame. But gee, she was all go. And lovely evening sun it was, Keyzie. The sunscreen was out, and the drinks were flying. There's probably, what do you reckon, 20 or 30 people down there?
There were 20 or 30 people, outdoor area, umbrellas up, pizzas coming out, drinks
how good.
responsibly coming out, people just bonding and happy and stoked. And genuinely, because it doesn't often happen in our industry, I've noticed this. If someone leaves, it might be because they've gone to an opposition, or it might be because maybe they've disgraced themselves in some way. It's not often you get everyone around just saying nice stuff about someone who's been an integral part of our station.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that was really nice. Vibes were high, and then Jerry just basically said, all right, everyone, back to my place. It's just around the corner.
Yeah.
And we were there till the early hours. So vibes were really high, Jason. I tell you what, we missed you.
Yeah, man.
It would have been great having you there, because, of course, you were tied up, weren't you?
I was tied up. One of my girls going to live in Australia on Friday. And it's pretty windy at the old airport there. It's a bastard of a place now, I mean. I don't know if you guys have been out there, the international airport. I've changed it all up and I got lost.
Should give Matt Heath a ring on News Talk ZB in the afternoon.
I'm going to, Mikey. I'm going to.
That's good chat.
Yeah.
And so, we went there, my wife and I and her and her partner, because they were flying off, and had a coffee and a bit of a chit-chat, and going to miss her, and
Actually, it was really great when we were at Jerry's.
It was
were you
good.
there, Mike? Because obviously everyone came round and he got the cocktails out.
Yes.
I saw the picture of Cocktail Mogi.
Oh,
Yeah,
cocktail
I got the
Mogi.
cocktails out. Yeah, that's right. We were straight into it. It wasn't really a cocktail so much as just gin and G&Ts.
Oh, was it?
Pumping out the G&Ts there. And I was over the beers.
Yeah.
When we were at the previous place, I must have had about 32. And then moved on
Responsibly,
to the Responsibly,
obviously.
and
Yes.
then moved on to the Margarita.
Did you do it in a shaker? Was there shaker action
Oh,
going on?
we at the bar, I just sort of, it just came out in the glass. So I just sort of drank it like that.
Yeah.
Jeez, it was good though.
And then
I got to tell you, actually, while I was at the airport, there was a party there that were celebrating, and the old shaker was going at the bar there, Moogie.
Reba!
I didn't feel hungry, though. I mean, my wife was like, "You guys want to eat anything?" And they were like, "Oh, I think we got some chips." Squirt of sauce on there. I wasn't feeling particularly hungry. I was feeling quite emotional. You
lost your appetite, had you?
Yeah, and
Because your daughter was leaving, eh?
well, it's probably more because I was having a coffee, and that was probably my fourth of the day.
Sure.
Actually,
And
just
I-
on coffees, I had a espresso martini at about 11 because I was getting quite sleepy.
Nice.
And then had that, and then I was good to go. And then Jerry ordered all this food. This food just all turned
That's
up.
right.
So much food, like a banquet. And everyone was just in great vibes. We all gathered round. He had a fireplace going. He was playing 90s sort of techno music.
Yeah.
God, it was a vibe. Everyone was just really having a great time.
Yeah,
And
it
stoked
could
to
not
be
have
there.
been better.
Yeah, absolutely. So
My wife and I just ended up getting some KFC on the way home because we were feeling pretty sad. And I mean, there were tears, obviously, and you know, it's
there were
hard.
tears where we were as well.
Oh, my God.
Of laughter,
Laughter,
because it was so funny.
God, it was great.
Jeez, man, some great personalities, I tell you what.
far out. Oh, Jase, so it sounded like you had a nice evening too, though, man. So
KFC, you lucky bastard.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, the Stone Temple Pilots there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Obviously a bit of league action over the weekend there, Mogi, the NRL Grand Final. So we thought we'd get our league specialist, the one and only Charlie Gubb, on the phone with us to talk it through. Charlie, you mad bastard, how's life?
Life's good, brother. Pretty knackered after last night. Late night, so looking forward to getting into a bit of synthetic cannabis when I knock off.
That stuff's not good for you, Charlie, man. Come on.
No, it's not good for you. I'm built a bit different.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, well, how was your weekend before we get into it? Because the fellas had a big night on Friday night. You have a big weekend too, Charlie, or did you just take it easy, mate?
No, I had a big weekend. Go out to Auckland and back. Yeah, just plenty of everything, really. Nothing really to talk about.
Did you make
sure.
it down to Kilburnie Barbers, man?
Nah, not. Oh, I did actually early on Friday.
Good on you.
Had a couple of early ones and
Get a few tuies in you.
yeah, got a few toys and then had to get back to cleaning toilets.
Yeah, good
good on
stuff.
you, mate.
Hey,
Duty
well,
calls.
let's get into the final then. What a game. The Panthers prevailing in the end. What were your thoughts about it there, Charlie?
No, I think Panthers were just showed their class, really. It was one of those games where both teams are so good defensively, but every time Storm went wide, to Howarth and Coates' side, Penrith just had their number. They were just making their tackles one-on-one. They didn't look too threatening, and I think that's where they really missed Nelson through the middle, who maybe would break a couple of tackles or offload to break down that Penrith defence, but... Yeah, Penrith just built so much pressure, and they were always throwing a lot of shape when they were on their line. They were, going wide and then dropping back, and then Luai would go to the line, just with, with doubles and hit out back and that sort of stuff. So it was a good game. Like not a lot of scoring, but it was just tit for tat, and then Penrith got on top as we thought they would. Keyzie.
Absolutely, Charlie. Keyzie here. Hope you're well, mate. One thing you did right, the lack of Nelson Asafa Solomona. For people that don't know, he's a Kiwi fella. He's the biggest guy in the NRL. He plays prop for Melbourne. And him going through the middle and then Harry Grant with a quick play of the ball and just sort of attacking, that was the only thing lacking. And Melbourne couldn't really fire a shot because they didn't have Harry sort of pressuring the defence. And then, Jerome Hughes, who's the Dally M winner, he kind of wasn't effective. Munster was almost trying to do too much, whereas the Panthers were just clinical and locked in.
Yeah, that's right. And you can't underestimate how much Nelson would have done. Like, even if he created two fast play the balls, on the line, that's two opportunities. There was only a few tries in the game, so if Melbourne get it extra, they might have their tails up. They didn't lose by much, but at the end of the day, they didn't have them. And Fisher Harris and Leota just stepped up again. Isaiah Yeo, Martin. They weren't a class above, but they they just played better. Like Katoa was really good for the Storm, but I don't know. He just didn't have the support around him.
He didn't.
Penrith had.
What do you think of that pre-match entertainment there, Charlie Gubb there, the Kid Leroy, one of your favourites, brother?
Yeah, brother. Brother. Yeah, he's all over my Spotify, man. But I didn't get to watch it. I was watching on Sky and they weren't playing it.
Right.
They didn't have the rights to play here, but that might have just been it. That little motel I was at.
Gutted.
No, they didn't have the rights for it, so they were playing old replays and things.
Nice to the front, Mogi. Bloody hell.
Jase, we've got Charlie
Yeah,
on the line
I know
here.
that. Charlie doesn't mind.
Hey, Charlie, do you think, the Panthers, this is their 4th in a row. It's unheard of. Hasn't been done since the Dragons won 11 in a row in the 50s and 60s. We were having this debate today on a podcast. Are they the best to ever do it? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think they are. But, again, people that say they watched the game in the 50s, they don't know nothing. You know what I mean? And we don't know nothing about the 50s, and they don't know nothing about now. So they're definitely the best that we've seen. But you can't. I don't know. It's hard to compare.
It is hard to compare because you don't know how those teams would go in the modern era. But back in the old days, you probably picked on the basis of whether you could take somebody's head off. Dump them on their necks. It's a different kind of skill set.
And play with a broken spine and arms and legs and skulls.
It'll be interesting to see. Obviously,
wasn't a big thing back then.
Every year they've lost players. This year's a big year losing Jerome Luai. Bit of chat out of Penrith that Dylan Edwards actually went to the club as a 6. So there's potential there that he might be moving.
And then Blake
back
Laurie
into
at fullback.
5'8". How good. So
No, I think they'll go. They just signed that Blaze Taulagi from Parramatta,
yes.
who's a stud. So, yeah, I don't know. Even, what's his name? Fisher Harris was gone. I just seen their bench front row's been named in the Aussie team. So they just keep producing them.
They just... They just keep producing quality, which is kind of their hallmark, really.
Yeah.
But look, Charlie, we've got to wrap things up. Before we let you go, mate, who is your Porter King player of the day?
My one was probably Liam Martin. He got 5 victories. He already got his medal, so he won't be getting any nitro or a bucket hat, but... yeah, just one of those things. New merch coming, guys. New merch coming. I'll send you some flatbacks.
I can't wait,
yeah,
mate.
boy.
Can't wait. Hey, Charlie Gubb, you legend. Thanks for your thoughts, mate, and we'll be in contact soon, eh?
Yeah, brother. Anyway, I'm off to get into the synthetics.
Okay, good stuff, mate.
Bloody ripper. And don't forget, if you're ever in Wellington, you need to go poos. Hit up Porter King, best portaloos in the nation's capital.
Too good.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Foo Fighters there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 4:39 and all is well. I believe I've got a couple of Maggot Mondays here on 3483 Keyzie.
That's right. Keep those texts coming through. Anyone you'd like to nominate for being a bit of a maggot over the weekend, and you could win a Tui prize pack. I want to nominate Big Bazza for getting responsibly maggoted at my cousin's wedding Saturday night, getting up on the table, swinging his old fella around while Wagon Wheel was blasting on the D floor. So shout out to Bazza.
Oh, God.
New interpretation of the D floor, eh?
Yeah, I reckon.
And hey, check out this Wagon Wheel, everyone. Boom. G'day, guys. Maggot Monday. Came home today after being away. My brother was house sitting. There's a huge human steamer in my little girl's pup tent inside. And my brother isn't to be seen anywhere, and he's not answering his phone.
Yeah.
Jeez. What an absolute maggot.
That's a hell of a gift to leave, isn't it? A massive steamer.
And
For your niece.
For your niece, yeah. Good God.
obviously, myself and Mogi were, we were maggots over the weekend as well, especially on the Saturday there after a big Friday night send-off for Matt Heath. Mogi, I'm not sure what your strategy was, but my strategy was wake up at 10 a.m, and my wife had already been to the gym, had already gone shopping for our groceries, come home, unpacked them all, and was walking quite loudly in the hallway, and I was grumpy. I was like, oh, why are you making so much noise? She said, it's 10 a.m. And then
Still a good, legitimate question.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It was unnecessary. And then I went out and got some fast food, a crap load of it, and then just did not leave the couch until 6 p.m.
How did your wife feel about that?
The funny thing is, at least at this stage in our relationship, before we've got kids or anything,
Sure.
she just goes, yeah, fair enough, you're hungover. It's
Yeah.
all good. And same vice versa too. if you're hungover, it's like you get to a bit of slack today.
Yeah,
which is nice. So
yeah.
What about you, Mogi?
Got home. I can't remember what time I got up, but probably around about the same time. I've got a servo that's it's probably less than 100 metres away from my house.
Oh,
So I've just got to get something in me. I'm not making anything. So I went down there, I got myself a mince and cheese pie.
Oh, that is
Yeah, man.
classic.
3 of those Memphis chicken bites.
Yeah, boy.
Got those in me. I was sort of scoffing those on the walk back home, the slow trade. I was tempted to drive, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Box of cheese and bacon shapes.
Yum.
Oh, yeah, okay.
pink ones,
no,
man.
that's fair
Oh,
enough.
I love them. Absolutely love them. Chicken sandwich
Right.
with coleslaw and Japanese mayo.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's cool.
So that saw me through till, I don't know, probably midday or 1. Then I got on the Uber Eats.
Right.
Oh, yeah, how good.
Got a Big Mac, medium chips, medium Coke, fillet of fish, and a crunchy McFlurry.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. A McFlurry.
A McFlurry. And I mowed it all. It's all gone now. And then I went out to the kitchen and I sort of found some treats that are mainly meant to be for my daughter, and I mowed those as well.
Oh, how good.
Roast animals and stuff.
So
Now-
probably 10,000 calories I got through.
Yeah,
and
nice.
And I just lay down on the couch. Now my wife and kid are away. They're down south for a week and a half visiting family. So I just got to, for the first time, this has not happened as long as my daughter has been alive. I just laid down on the couch. I got a blanket. I laid down, and I just watched TV all day until I went to bed at about 7 p.m.
And how great was it?
It was the greatest. It was there was no pain involved. I mean,
Nah, just tired.
just buggered, and
slow.
just waiting to be able to go to sleep and be all better.
You guys don't get the urge, as I do, or did, to have like a really spicy curry or anything like that? Because I always had
Yep,
this
I do.
philosophy of like burning it out of me.
I do.
You know, so getting some really spicy, fiery food, stuff like that to just tide you over, and 4 fingers of whiskey.
Well, to be fair, not that part, but certainly the cut, because I actually messaged Pugson.
Yes.
Because we've got a
Was
spicy.
he feeling the same, was he?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
He seemed chipper ass for some
Oh, yeah,
reason.
that's right, yeah.
But I text him to see if he wanted to go to check out this hungover curry joint I always go to, but he was busy. So I just got takeaways and mowed through them on the couch. So
Yeah, nice. Mind you, I always found too a bit of KFC and about 50 durries helped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mine was actually BK.
Yeah.
Got about 4 burgers. My wife was like, "You're gonna eat all that," and I was like, "You watch me." It's so good.
So
fellas. Oh, it's good.
Here's MGMT.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Bon Jovi there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now listen, if you like your sporting occasions, then you'll love this. The Black Clash is back. January next year down at Hagley Oval, I believe it is this time. Always a massive night, rugby versus cricket. Always sells out. Always a festive occasion, fellas.
Certainly is, Jase. It is the Hot Spring Spa T20 Black Clash in association with Wolfbrook, their 7th Black Clash.
Wow. Do you know what's amazing about them all? They've not had one rain out.
Yes.
Not one.
Incredible.
Surely.
Surely at some point.
I'll be in a hot tub, so I don't care.
That's true.
I think you've just rigged it now. It's going to happen this time,
cursed.
probably.
I'll put the old curse on it.
Now, of course, you can watch it on telly. It's one of the most viewed events in New Zealand. This year, we've got Di Henwood, Ben Hurley and Matt Heath on commentary, but you want to be there sideline. You want to be watching in person.
Who's commentating?
Di Henwood, Ben Hurley and Matt Heath.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
You've been given the axe, Jase.
Must be.
Oh, yeah, because you always do it, eh?
Yeah.
And it's like your favourite little thing, eh?
That's why it's such a roaring success
Yeah.
on TV. The biggest rater of the year, I
what a
believe.
way- what a-
apart from Dog Squad.
What a way to find out you've been fired.
Just read over live radio.
Yeah, just old Keyzie firing off some admin.
You know what? A true story, because it is hugely popular on the TV there and it goes to Australia as well. People always love reminding you about how many people are, especially one Mike Minogue, how many people are actually listening and watching this just before you go on air. So it's probably going to be about 1.5 million people. And then there's the Aussies, Jase.
That's right,
So
yeah.
thanks, Mogi.
It was bloody big, yeah. Well, look, don't worry about it. I mean, if you start feeling bad, you can come and have a chat to me about it because I've been fired off it before, so I know how it feels.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, if they fired me, they fired me.
But what I wouldn't do, Jase, is don't burn the bridge. You know what I mean, man? Like maybe they just decided it was time for a change.
Sure.
And like maybe next year or the year after, they'll maybe think about potentially thinking about maybe getting you back.
And at some point, you'll find out exactly what's going on. You can probably anticipate to getting an email from Lane in probably March or April next year.
Look, I'm all goods with that. And if they want me back, tough titties.
Right. Well, I'm glad you've said
Because
that.
I'm not coming back, Keyzie.
I'm just joking around, by the way, about the lineup.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. It's not Matt Heath, it's G Lane. Of course, Team Cricket taking on Team Rugby. Tickets are available for sale now, and they are selling fast like hotcakes. Blackclash.co.nz. Do not miss out. And of course, there is a designated party zone, the ACC and DB Export Ultra Zone, R18. The old Big Show will be in hot tubs at the front of that one, eh?
Yeah, I tell you what, Chris Gale's going to be part of Team Rugby as well, so he's always worth the price of admission, fellas.
Absolutely.
Couple of tonks over the boundary there.
Oh, would have been nice for you to call Chris Gale. That would have been like a career highlight.
I'm not bothered.
Oh, yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're getting through your Monday afternoon tickety-boo. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Tui, in celebration of them bringing back the famous Tui billboards. If you've got any ideas for those, by the way, text us 3483 and we'll send it to management and see what they say.
Good idea.
Yeah, run it up the flagpole.
Who from management would you send it to?
Oh, I've got a couple of contacts, Keyzie, so it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't know. I don't think you know anyone from
You
management.
just put it in an envelope, you take it to reception, and they work it out from there.
Right.
Exactly.
Because what I don't want to happen is a situation where people are just texting in
Yeah.
and we're just saying we'll send it up to management and then nothing ever actually happens.
Yeah,
I
I
would
know.
never do that, Keyzie.
Pugson, can you send them up to management, man? Cheers, man.
Oh, yeah, it's more legit now that Pugsan's involved. Do keep an eye out for the classic Tui Year Right billboards, by the way. They are back. Certainly took the world by storm when those were first around. Was it like 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, it seems like that,
Closer to 30. The first time they were around.
Oh, wow, really?
When I was a teenager, yeah.
Holy cow.
Holy helmet.
Holy helmet. Eyes to the front. But it's good to have them on board with the old Big Show. It's a good fit, I think.
Yeah, totally, man, totally. Hey, now coming up, we instruct you on how to have an affair. If you're interested, then stay tuned. In the meantime, here's Queen to the Stone Age.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Jihad there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 11 minutes past 5 o'clock, and all is well.
So good, isn't it? Hey, fellas, I've recently got myself an acting job. Thanks for that, Jase.
You're welcome,
Oh,
mate.
did you get him that?
Yeah, couldn't have done it without you, brother.
And in the meantime, you've lost me an acting job.
I have, yeah. So,
But I appreciate the
all
thought.
square.
Yeah, man.
And so anyway, I did a day's shoot last week, and then I sort of I've got a few days, maybe 4 or something like that, and then I forgot anyway after the shoot day that I had any more days ever. I completely forgot that I had that job,
Right.
and in fact was shooting today again. As I say, completely forgot. So completely did I forget that the day after I filmed my first scene on the show, on the Friday, the day after, I went and got my hair cut.
Don't! That is a
Right.
big no-no, Keyzie.
Okay.
That is a big no-no.
So with that, because as far as I was concerned, I didn't have an acting job. I couldn't remember that at all. And obviously, when you shoot a TV show, they don't necessarily, in fact, they never shoot it in sequence, at all. So you might shoot something that is the fifth time you appear on screen. You might shoot that first, and then you shoot the first time in a month or something like that. So the hair and makeup department, it's their job to keep continuity between your look for every day that you are on screen. So if you have some idiot who turns up looking one way, then gets a haircut the next day, and then has to shoot again 2 days later,
Yeah.
it's pretty tough to make it work.
Right. And it was super apparent.
Well, look, it wasn't that bad in the sense that my hair was already pretty short, but it was definitely a haircut.
Right.
Absolutely, it was a haircut. But what happened was last night at 1 o'clock in the morning, I woke up bolt upright, and I was
Yes.
like, shit, I got a haircut on Friday. My brain woke me up to tell me that. And so I sort of worked it out, and I sort of thought, well, actually, it might be all right. I might be okay here. It might not be that bad because I don't think the haircut is super full on. I'm now in bed going through the photos that I've got from continuity from the makeup people. I'm going through the schedule for the TV show, working out the scenes and if it's going to work out. I'm thinking, do I ring the director? But if I ring him, and what if he's going to really take on the stress of it, and then he's going to have a terrible night's sleep and I ruin it for him?
Sure, especially at 1:30 in the morning.
Exactly. So I think I'll just keep it to myself. Anyway, I work it out and I think, look, I don't think it's going to be that bad. But having said that, if it is going to be that bad, what am I going to do about it?
That's right.
True.
I can't grow my hair back. And so I just stayed awake for the rest of the night.
That was last night.
Freezing,
Last night, just
with
worrying,
anxiety, sweat,
just lying there going, okay, well, there's nothing you can do about it. Just go to sleep. Oh, what an idiot you are. Why did you cut your hair?
Yeah.
How did you forget you had a TV show, you fool?
It is a shocker.
So that was it for 5 hours and 50 minutes until my alarm went off.
So you
Although I did have, right towards the end there, I did have maybe 20 minutes sleep. And in that dream, I was on set telling all the actors how I'd cut my hair.
Yeah. I've got to say, Mogi, done the same thing myself.
Shocking.
But even worse than that, it was a Xena or Hercules.
why don't you tell that story next?
Oh, well, it's not that exciting.
Okay.
Gave myself a number 3 and forgot that I had like 2 more days of shooting on Hercules. And it was a number 3 buzz cut. Fortunately, they had very good wig scenarios in that situation, so I was saved further embarrassment.
Shot.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, royal blood there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon, and drama in the studio, live right in front of our eyes. Pugson taking one for the team and getting a stickman tattoo on his gorgeous thigh. I've never seen Pugson's thighs before, but I tell you what, it's doing something to me, Mogi.
It's completely hairless. And I don't know if that's something that's he's a genetic god, which wouldn't surprise me, or
Yes.
if it's something that he takes care of down at one of the salons that I go to, whereas I do my... we don't need to get into that.
No, sure. Do you wax Pugson? Is that what it is?
I don't wax, man. I've just
Right.
Wax on, wax off.
I think I was so late to the puberty party, I missed a little bit of it, and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
lacked
sure.
a few of the hormones to get the hairs going. You know.
Yes.
So just to clarify, you are getting a stickman tattoo. You put it up on because Stickman rang up and he's all like, anyone want to get a tattoo?
Outraged.
And you were like, yeah, sure, I'll get one.
Sorry, I think you're missing the sort of the earlier part of that where you guys have been giving me shit about my tattoos for about a month.
I
What's-
love your
Whoa.
tattoos,
Say, man.
Pugson. What are you saying, man?
Oh,
So your tattoos are all, man. They're a crack up.
They are raw.
Oh, they crack up?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Balls.
That's a sign of a good tattoo, right? As if someone sees it and they crack
And
up.
they
Well, the
crack
thing
up.
about your tattoos, man, is I find them inspiring because it makes me think I could be a tattoo artist.
So good, man.
Especially
so,
the backbone one.
And so now, I feel like it's time to step it up a notch and get a real tattoo. A
Yeah,
real
right.
tattoo. Yeah.
So, as you're currently listening, we've got Jase from Otatahi Tattoos in the studio, and he is giving you a stickman tattoo on your upper thigh. Talk us through the stickman design.
All right, so Pack and Save gave us 4 options there, stickman and the team. So I think there was one design that had a stickman with headphones. One was just a normal stickman. There was one stickman lying quite seductively, which I quite liked.
yeah, I like
that was
that
my
too.
personal favourite.
Damn it.
And then the final option, which got 44% of the votes, also he started tattooing without him. Just right now. Didn't
Does it hurt, Pugson?
quite. No, it's like a nice warm embrace, Jace, just
Yeah,
around my
sure.
upper thigh
A bit
there.
pointy.
They're a little bit pointy. Jeez Louise, that's making me lose my focus a little bit. It's been a minute.
So, which one did you choose
Oh,
again?
sorry.
Ben?
So the people, 44% of the votes went to the stickman with a pair of gumboots on.
Yeah,
Sweet
nice.
as.
Which also happens to be the one that probably will use the most ink.
Yes.
And require the most needlework because they're big gummies.
Yeah, right. And so, why did you choose your upper thigh, man?
I just thought that was a pretty sexy place to get a stickman, if I'm honest. It's definitely not because I can cover it up.
Is it upper inner?
No. Upper right smack in the middle.
Yeah,
Well, now
beautiful.
you can go to
Yeah.
bars and stuff, Pugson, and go, do you want to see my stickman?
I've been,
Yeah,
I've
you
been
know,
doing that anyway, man. But
You know
now
what
I
I'm
can
saying?
get. Yeah.
And I go, oh, excuse me. And then you go, no, I mean my tattoo.
Can you please not make the tattoo artist laugh too much, James?
Yeah,
While he's talking
sure.
to people?
No,
Thanks, man.
That's fine.
Thanks, man.
Hey, just in terms of this, we've got a very exciting development. We'll go to a tune.
Yeah.
And we'll make this announcement next. What do we say, fellas?
Yeah, let's just
beautiful.
say it involves you texting in and in return receiving Pack and Save vouchers.
Yeah, how good.
We can't say any more.
No. That's under embargo.
Don't make me laugh.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, Aerosmith there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday evening, and drama in the studio as Pugsan is getting a live tattoo in Studio A with us. But controversy now because he said to Mogi if Mogi wants to have a bit of a tutu with it, he can. So now Mogi is actually live taking over the actual tattoo, Keyzie. I don't know, this is a great idea.
Well, look, I mean, from where I'm sitting, it's an excellent idea. Pugs, from where you're sitting, I understand that Jase from Otatahi Tattoos has actually done the outline and Mogi's just colouring in one of the gummies. Is that right?
He is, and he's taking a real 5-year-old approach to the colouring in. I'll say that, one stroke at a time.
Can I just say that after the weekend I've had, my hands are shaking like a bastard.
I did see that.
I was going to say, Pugsan, is he drawing within the lines?
He's doing like little pencil strokes. The gumboot's not huge, but it is enough for him to have a little bit of free play in there. You know what I'm saying? As long as he stays within the lines, I'm happy.
The great news is, Pugsan, while this is happening live to you, is that given all your other tattoos, if he stuffs it up, it'll be fine.
It'll just fit right in, won't it, Jase?
It'll just blend in with all the other tattoos.
So good.
Now, just on this, because Stickman gave us a call because he was outraged about the lack of tattoos on the Big Show, but we've got a bit of a deal happening, don't we, Keyzie?
We certainly do. Thanks to our mates at Pack and Save who have come through and basically one thing's led to another, and now Pugsan's getting Stickman tattooed on his leg. To celebrate Pack and Save's permanent commitment to low prices, as permanent as a Stickman tattoo, if you get your phone out right now and text the word Stickman to 3483, you can go on the draw to win a $100 Pack and Save voucher. We've got a whole heap of them to give away, so it's worth doing. Stickman to 3483. How's it looking from where you're sitting, Pugs? Has Mogi done a good job?
Look, I can see a couple of gaps in the boot there, just sort of around the heel and the toe area.
Sure.
Mogi, how did you find that,
Well,
man?
I didn't want to bugger it up for your Pugs. I don't want to leave any mistakes here, so best leave it to the pros so there's no going over the lines or anything like that. But yeah, nice to get my ink in your skin, brother.
Now I got a piece of you with me forever,
You
man.
do.
You've
Can I
scarred
have
me
a
for
turn,
life.
Pugsan?
Huh?
Can I have a turn?
Pardon?
Can I have a turn, please, Pugsan? That'll be
It
great.
looks like he's nearly done, man. I think we might
bugger.
have to leave it there, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, good on you, mate, for taking one for the team, because I wasn't going to do it. Mogi wasn't going to do it, and Keyzie, he
I
gets,
sure as hell wasn't going to do
he
it.
gets woozy around needles, as you know.
Yeah,
so,
Plus my skin's so sensitive.
Yes.
yeah,
he
it's
could
very-
have broken out in
in a
something.
rash.
Your eczema might have flared up.
I get ink rash. So thanks for taking one for the team. And of course, if you do want that $100 Pack and Save voucher, Stickman to 3483. Get to texting. And a big shout out to Jase from Otatahi Tattoos as well for doing a great job.
Hell
Bloody
yeah.
great job. Good on you, Pugsan.
Oh, this is a tune.
Oh,
Is this Dakota? Stereophonics, is it?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike, and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed. Fleetwood Mac there on the radio. Hauraki.
Wow, it's more Stevie Nicks.
Oh, it's
solo.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, it's more
Right.
solo.
Okay,
you
well,
know.
Stevie Nicks, fine,
Well,
if you want
I
to
don't
be
wanna
pedantic about
yeah,
it.
well, I don't want to interrupt your flow. as
Hey,
well.
now listen, plenty coming up after 6 o'clock, by the way. We're going to ring the winner of the NRL Grand Final that we had here on Radio Hauraki. Ask him how he went over there for the Grand Final.
yeah.
How good, eh?
Yeah, it should be pretty bloody good. I think he went over there with his missus, did he?
He did go
Yes.
there with his partner. He had a day at the races. There was a riverboat cruise to the actual game itself in Sydney there. And after watching it on telly, it was a hell of a spectacle. So I'm expecting him to be a huge maggot today.
Yeah, massive maggot.
We'll catch up with him shortly.
Absolutely. Also, we spent a bit of time on the couch over the weekend, so what's on the TV with me, Mike Minogue, we'll have plenty to discuss. Plenty of great shows and films.
Yeah.
Mind you, Keyzie, you were saying you were gaming all weekend and eating fast food.
Well, maybe I can.
And ripping farts.
Well, I didn't say that, Mo. You've just added that. I could do like
Do you find that you're really
Oh, my
windy when you're
God.
hungover?
I find that Keyzie is.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you find that? Stop cracking yourself up with Keyzie fart jokes. I could do a review of a game if you want.
Oh, that'd be great. Maybe save that for your potty.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike, and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You are listening to the Big Show, brought to you by Tui.
Tui.
Did we get any billboard ideas, by the way, Keyzie, on
Tui,
3483?
moi, moi.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, right.
All these texts are going to be sent up to management. Yeah, right. Taranaki will win the Ranfurly Shield in the last round. Yeah, right.
But they did.
Did they?
Yeah. They beat Tasman and they put it away for the...
Oh, my God, they did too.
Yeah.
That one's not going to work, so we're not going to send that one up to management. Sorry.
So it should be Taranaki won't win.
It's like Tasman's going to win the Ranfurly Shield and keep it for the summer.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying?
We should send that one up.
Which is still not amazing, but...
So good.
Keep them coming, 3483. You can win a Tui prize pack.
Hey, in the podcast outro today, which is what we do before we start the radio show, we have a little chit-chat, just catch up with each other, sort of shoot the breeze, as they say, see
Warm
what
up.
the week... Bit of a warm-up. Today, you fellas were talking about a couple of characters that you met at the restaurant on Friday afternoon. Restaurant.
That's right. It was Matt Heath's farewell.
It was.
And two particular ladies were sitting near us, and, well, just have a listen. You'll find out.
I was sitting next to Angie and they asked us where we were from or whatever, and Angie said, "Oh, Hauraki." She goes, "Oh, I love Hauraki. I always listen to Hauraki. I love Angie. I love Angie." In the afternoon, she goes, "I'm Angie." "Oh my God, you're Angie. That's unbelievable." And
How
then
good.
she said, "What do you do?" I said, I'm on the radio too." She goes, "I know your voice. You're the arse at 4."
Pretty
She's not
accurate,
wrong.
really. Yeah, pretty accurate.
The arseholes at 4.
Yes.
I've never gone from being so like, oh, you like our station to, oh, you really don't like us.
Yeah,
But she seemed like she did like us.
she did by the end of the night.
But she was, yeah, we certainly won her
Was
over,
that
Jase.
3 or 4 bottles of wine deep, though?
Oh,
I mean, then you love everything.
Yeah, I mean, no, they were pretty keen us by the end of things.
Yeah,
for
good.
sure.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Were they, fellas?
They were very charming. Keyzie is once he's got a few in him. Jeez,
Z.
Struth.
Yeah,
Far out.
yeah, man. I was getting stuck in old Hoity J. You would have loved it, man. They were like 60 something too.
Right.
I don't see age, only beauty, and they were a couple of stunners.
Hey, up next, by the way, we're going to give the winner of our Would You Rather competition a call. They chose between Bathurst and the NRL Grand Final, and they chose the Grand Final, which was last night.
Yeah, good stuff.
Actually, just on that, Bronwyn and her mate. I'm sorry, I've forgotten her mate. Are we chucking that up on the Insta, Pugson? We're going to chuck that up on the Insta. Old Mogi with Bronwyn
Oh, the
and
two
her
ladies.
mate. Yeah.
That didn't like us. There you go. Hauraki Big Show. Check it out.
Nice.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. Now, you'll recall a little while ago we were running a competition, Would You Rather, the NRL Grand Final, or
No. Just
or Bathurst. From recollection, it was sort of split 50-50.
One of the all-time great competitions.
It was a great competition.
Yeah.
Now, our good mate Will was the winner of that competition, and of
Will I
course, he loves his rugby league, so he chose the NRL Grand Final, and he joins us now. G'day, Will, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, g'day fellas. Bloody good, to be fair.
Good on you, mate.
You're sounding pretty
Checking back
fresh.
in.
You're sounding pretty fresh there, babes.
Oh, mate, good lunch. Finish up in Sydney, but no, it's been a big weekend.
Right, and so you do sound quite chipper. I mean, certainly in our experience this year alone, myself, Mogi, and Pugson, after being at a certain NRL Magic Round match, we were certainly not in very good state, but it sounds like you had a reasonably sensible one.
Oh, I think the Saturday races probably took us out of us pretty heavy.
Yeah,
right, okay.
See, that was part of the prize was you go to the races on the Saturday, which is always a fun occasion, and then the grand final, of course, was last night on the Sunday, so the races was a highlight for you.
Yeah, mate, it was a bloody good time. I mean, the 6 hours of complimentary food and beverages was a good shout.
Wow.
Tell me, Will, did you dress up for it, mate? Did you have a nice hat?
It was a very strict dress code. In actual fact, we got given very, very formal attire requirements for the afternoon.
How good.
So everyone showed up suited and booted.
Nice.
And did you actually make it to the grand final, man, or were you too hung?
It was debatable at one point.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Remind us, Will, who are you taking with you?
I actually took my wife.
Oh, what a
nice.
massive backbone. And did your wife have a good time, Will?
Yeah, she enjoyed the races probably more than I did.
Right, okay.
Right,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And in
Yeah.
terms of
Giddy up.
a spectacle, Mogi, in terms of a spectacle, Will, you know, I'm a tragic leaguey, and I was commentating the game last night, and it just looked like it was bloody excellent there in Sydney for the grand final, man. How was it?
I don't think you can put it into perspective until you've been, like, it's it's just, as you say, it's a spectacle.
Yeah.
It's just set up so well, and it's just a celebration of rugby league. But yeah, everyone just gets stuck in and enjoys it, so it's a great time.
Bloody awesome. And the boys trip lads looked after you?
Oh, mate, they've done a fantastic job. It's been awesome. There's about 120 of us here, so it's going well.
Has your missus been hanging off the darts there, man?
Oh, not quite.
Can hear her coughing up a storm back there.
I think there's a few boys that are feeling a bit worse for wear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
very good.
Well, good on you, Will. Glad you had a great time, you massive backbone, and thanks for having a chat with us now.
Cheers, fellas.
Good on you, mate.
Oh, good on you, Will. Far out. Sounds like he massively went huge on the Saturday, right?
Yeah,
the
it
Does
races
sound
there.
like that. Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Well, I always get first day fever. It's a very common occurrence, fellas.
Well, especially when you're going to a place and everything's free.
Yeah, what time was it? It was 7:30 local time, I guess.
The final, yeah,
the
that's
final.
right.
So
Yeah.
that's not too bad, is it? You can sort of next day. It's the races, though. So I guess if you're going races, that's sort of done about 5 or 6, that's done.
But the races was on Saturday.
Yeah, on Saturday, yeah. And then maybe they kicked on and went a bit late after that. Could have been the problem. But with look, you got to make an effort, don't you?
You do.
Yeah, and you just got to go. We're in Sydney for 2 days. Go big on the races. Get up the next day. Have a mince and cheese pie and
3
some chicken
Memphis
bites.
All
bites.
mince on toast.
Oh, and I was
Hey,
listing
Keyzie.
off what Mogi was having.
Mind
Yeah.
you, I found when I had some mince on toast with egg.
What?
Nah.
Okay.
No, it's just a bit much for old hoodie Jase
Yeah,
tum-tum.
yeah, no,
That's all
fair
I'm
enough,
saying.
mate. Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
The Black Crows there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now, Mogi, I know that you had all of Saturday on the couch, so there'll be no excuses for what's on the TV with Mike Minogue. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Good stuff, Mogi. That was great.
Did it, man?
It's really good.
Hey, I had a bit of time on the couch on Saturday. So I watched a fair amount of TV, if I'm honest with you.
Great.
I watched the documentary Mr. McMahon.
Hey, I've
Mr.
watched half
McMahon.
of the first episode.
Yeah, I'd watched half of the first episode going in. I finished off all 6 episodes. It's very focused on the wrestling and how he gets his start and the sort of different eras and all of that sort of stuff, where I was really more interested in the crimes.
In the filth.
Yeah, that's right. And they didn't really get as
Damn
deep
it.
into the filth as I wanted them to. It's sort of back, you go like, okay, when are we going to... Okay, let's get into the filth. Okay, it's
So
time
it
to get into the
doesn't.
filth. But it kind of does, but not until really the last episode. It's fine, but I think you do need to be... Given it 6 episodes, you do need to be a hell of a fan.
Sure.
A hell of a fan of
'Cause
wrestling, which I'm not really. I was when I was a kid, but...
I convinced my wife to watch it because I was like, trust me, you want to
Right.
watch it because he, they started making the stock about this guy and then all of a sudden he had eyes to the front,
Eyes
fellas.
to the front, Keyzie.
And then all of a sudden this big scandal came out, so it's all about that.
yeah,
And so she's like watching the start of the WWF, which is interesting.
it is.
But I can tell she's thinking, where's the scandals
Where's
at?
the good stuff? Yeah, well, it doesn't
Yeah.
come at all.
Oh, man.
I'm expecting her to call me in tears once it gets to that point,
I would
Keyzie.
say
My wife or the girl you were perving at?
Your wife.
Oh, okay.
I don't perv at girls, Keyzie.
it's. I'd say 3 stars. It's very good. And if you're a fan, it would probably be 5 stars.
And like the early doors info about like Hulk Hogan and where he found him, and
Yeah.
that was really interesting.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I watched a movie, The Fabelmans, which was basically the sort of life story of Steven Spielberg.
As directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yes, as a young fella. And it was one of those movies where you go, kind of perfect for a wet Sunday afternoon.
So it was a perfect movie, 5 stars. Because that's when you watched it, isn't it?
No,
Oh.
yes, I watched it with my wife. Fellas, with my wife. Yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Look,
My wife.
the woman that plays the mother, I can't think of her name off the top of my head,
Mrs. Spielberg.
is very, very good.
Oh, yeah.
And, it was okay. It was very wholesome. It had a little bit of charm about it. I'll give it 3 buzzies out of 5.
Sweet as.
But you're certainly not gripping or anything particularly like
Michelle
that.
Williams.
Oh, is that her name?
That's her name.
Yeah, okay. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because his mum was actually quite nuts.
Right.
But she it's a very dicey kind of portrayal, and she does it very well.
Right.
What did
Seth
you watch,
Rogen's in
Keyzie?
it.
Yes, he is.
Is it like a comedy?
No, not really. He's like the best friend
Oh, okay.
of the dad.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, yesterday I watched the NRL Grand Final.
Ah.
And to be honest, I spent most of the day not watching TV.
But you watched some on Saturday, didn't you?
I played PlayStation all day and ate fast food.
Yeah.
I was an absolute wreck of a human, but then had a nice date with my wife on Saturday night.
Did you?
Yeah. And went out, but like she didn't know this.
You didn't mention Mogi again, did you?
No, none of that. That's been nipped in the bud. But she didn't know this. I was a wreck of a human the whole time.
Right.
Still had a nice night, but it took 120% effort on my behalf just
Yeah.
to be at an
Sure.
almost normal level.
You're a backbone.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Good on you, Keyzie.
That's how you do it, man.
Yeah, man.
You are a backbone, man.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I saw you were eating
Yeah.
Burger King at one stage.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
God, it was good.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Green Day there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday evening. Now, listen, the good bastards at Diamonds on Richmond have done the Big Show a huge favour. They've given us a $10,000 engagement ring to give away. So, if you're thinking of bending the knee for that special person in your life, you need to listen up because this is an absolute doozy, isn't it, Keyzie?
Give it to him, Edmund, boy.
Is this where I come in, is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, man.
It's all yours, Keyzie. Go on, say it.
I'm just going to go to the toilet. Be back in a minute.
No, Mogi, you can't use my admin breaks as a chance for you to go poos or whatever. Hey, if you're thinking of dropping a knee...
Bending a knee.
Oh, Jase, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter. They're getting engaged. It's a nice time.
Not if you're dropping a knee, it's not.
Hauraki.co.nz, enter there and you could win a $10,000 diamond engagement ring courtesy of Diamonds on Richmond. You also win the assistance of we three here at the Big Show to help actually plan or execute the proposal. Now, a lot of entries have come through at hauraki.co.nz. Would you like to hear it for you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
yes,
love
please.
to, Keyzie. That'd
I'm
be
back.
really good.
I'm back. Sorry, guys, it was quick.
G'day, fellas. This is from Anonymous. Was going to treat my special lady to some fish and chips on the beach and have the ring buried in the bottom of the greasy newspaper. And then while I'm busy seducing my fine lady, perhaps the lads could write, "Will you marry me?" in seashells on the sand while I pull the greasy ring out of the bottom of the newspaper.
Are people taking the piss now?
Well, look, I mean, you either want to win it or you don't.
True.
I'm not writing that out with seashells. You can do it yourself.
And at least they're not jumping out of a bush this time.
But also, seashells is a very admin heavy way to do it. You can just draw it with a stick in the
Yeah, I'll
sand.
just draw it with,
I'd
draw
do
it with
a
a
stick.
stick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I like the sound of that greasy ring because it'll make it easy to put it on.
Actually, that's a really good point because when you get engaged, that can be an awkward thing. When you
can
guys
be.
did it fit?
Because then it's like it's not meant to be if it doesn't fit on, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Did your guys one fit?
Here's a true story, actually. I actually have to grease my ring to get it off.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's a true story.
That's a true story,
Wow.
Because every time I go filming, I can't have my rings on.
What kind of grease do you use?
Just like animal fat.
Oh, dripping.
Bit of dripping, something like
yes,
that.
yes.
G'day, fellas. This is from Anonymous, or A for short. I was planning on doing some home renos and hiding the ring behind some drywall, and then getting her to pull some off and find the ring, and then I'll propose while Jason, Mike, and Keyzie crack on with the demo. So just getting us to do some DIY.
Yeah, nice.
That's top two for me.
I
Though.
think
that's
that's
great.
good.
Yeah, it's good. Although, because the ring will say... How's he explaining our presents, by the way?
Oh, it's just, these are just the guys doing the...
Doing the demo. And I'm a bit concerned about the pink bat situation there. If
Yeah.
there's pink bat, get a very itchy.
But
you
also-
don't want an itchy ring finger.
That ring would have no value to his partner.
No.
Why?
Because it's found. It's a found ring.
But then he can be like, oh, I put it there.
Oh, right. Okay.
Well, he wouldn't go, oh, wow, look at this ring I found in drywall. Will you marry me with it?
But
She'd be like, no.
but he would go, hey, let me put get this drywall off and put this ring in here and put this drywall back on, and then have her take it off so he can say, hey, look at this ring. Will you marry me? And hey, there's three guys from the Big Show demo in my house.
And then she'd be like, oh, isn't that old Mogi? Be like, yeah, man.
And then you rip one out.
And then I... Is this a really high-level comedy thing we're doing now? Just saying I fart halfway through, so is that...
I wasn't meaning you, Keyzie. I was talking about Mogi.
You were looking at me and you said, and then you rip one out. Anyway, Diamonds on Richmond will be stoked about this. If you are planning on getting engaged and you buy one before the 25th of October, say the secret phrase, my wife, And Diamonds on Richmond will pay the GST for you. Huge saving. Visit diamondsonrichmond.co.nz if you're planning on getting engaged soon.
Yeah, do
fellas.
it. And also, did you mention the GST thing? They're going to pay you GST?
Yeah, just then.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
then.
good. Sorry, I blanked out.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
There you go, you mad bastards. Bastards. That was weird, wasn't it?
It was weird.
Really weird. Hey, I meant to ask, by the way, Mogi, when does your partner get back? Or is she ever coming back?
Well, you just don't know, do you?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how long you're going to be a bachelor for.
Well, this weekend we're going to try and mend our relationship. We're going to go to Queenstown for a couple of days.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, for your birthday.
Yeah, for my
Like a
birthday.
pre-planned birthday
right.
trip.
Yeah. I wonder what she's got me.
You know what you should do when you're down there? Let one rip.
Keyzie, we're talking about my wife here, man.
Yeah, totally. Have some respect,
That
Keyzie.
is absolutely uncalled for.
Well, that's what she'll be saying when you
You
let
are
a
a
massive one rip.
What's the plan tonight, Mogi?
See, it's not funny, is it? It's not funny. Well, it kind of is, actually.
What's the plan tonight, mate? Early one for you.
What I'll do, I've got to go home. I'll let one rip.
Yes.
And then I got a little bit of work to catch up on since I was up all night, and then I needed to have a nap after I went and did some acting stuff today. So a little bit of that. I've given up smoking darts, so I'll probably buy a packet of darts on the way home.
Yeah, nice.
And yeah, we'll see how we go from there, but I'll let you know tomorrow.
Good on you, mate. Keyzie, what are you up to, mate?
Going to a comedy show tonight.
Lol.
Good stuff.
Going to go see UK comedian Ramesh Ranganathan, who's pretty damn awesome. So me and the wife will be going to do that. And we'll be having a nice dinner together, and then as soon as that's done, I'll be going to bed.
What are you having for din-dins?
Not beans, I hope.
We can't just turn into fart jokes like... Nah, not beans. I'm having pasta tonight.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Pork mince?
No, I wish.
There's nothing wrong with a pork mince pasta,
No,
by the way.
you're telling me, brother.
Yeah, I know.
I invented that shit.
Yeah, good. Oh, that sounds quite like a lot of fun, Keyzie.
What are you doing tonight, Jase, besides letting a massive one rip?
I'll do that. I'll do that just before I get into my car.
Yeah, cool.
You know, because I don't like letting them rip in my car because,
Right.
you know, then you suffocate yourself.
And you drown out the smell of the cigarette smoke.
Wow, sometimes, yeah. I'm going to go home starving.
Yeah.
I'm really hungry, so I'm going to eat, then watch something and probably go to bed. Okay?
Oh, that's cool, man.
We happy with that?
Yeah.
And then
Good.
a few Dutch ovens on the cards.
No doubt. Hey, now listen, check out the podcast, check out our Instagram. Till tomorrow, see you later.
Bye.